I think. Moving on now to that big ol' event Charlotte's getting ready for. The largest sporting event to ever hit the Queen City. The 150,000 fans and celebrities already arriving in Charlotte. Security real tight. CMPD has 1,700 officers working along with NBA security as well. Traffic expected to be a bit of a mess whether you're heading to Uptown or not. It'll be impossible to avoid, so we have team coverage of this big event with Ruby Durham and Ariel Placencia. We're going to start things off with Ariel, who's telling us about those final security plans going into place. Ariel, you've been covering this for us all morning. I see barricades behind you. Where are you at?
Rachel, we're in Uptown, and you've been talking about this in your traffic reports all week. They shut down the streets near Spectrum Center last night. You'll notice the long line of barricades to my right, but security preparations have not stopped there. In fact, when we arrived on scene today, CMPD officers were setting up even more road barricades. And as I sort of walk around everywhere I am, you will notice police somewhere in the background behind me. A significant increase in patrols, whether it's on foot, bike, or also stationary vehicles. Police taking security very seriously this weekend. Before the sun came up this morning, the Spectrum Center, nestled behind dozens of white and orange barriers. All the streets surrounding the arena completely shut down to vehicle traffic. CMPD stepping up area patrols early this morning. More than 1,700 sworn officers ready to protect the city on foot, bike, and with the help of canines. We watch crews bring even more cement barriers into Uptown, ahead of the tens of thousands of people expected to descend on the Queen City. And for the roughly 50,000 riders relying on the Charlotte Transit Center on a daily basis, today marked the first day buses ran out of the temporary location across from the 7th Street Station parking deck. Now, we've been standing out here for a little bit, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't hear a couple of car horns and some frustrated drivers. So, Rachel, I know you've been covering traffic. My advice, if you need to be up here, walk, and also be a little patient with all the traffic in this area because it's only Friday afternoon. It's already picked up. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, we're not even in the thick of it yet, Ariel. Thank you so much. All right, and it's not just the traffic out there at the Uptown area or even by Bojangles Coliseum, also over at the airport. We continue our team coverage with Ruby Durham, who's at Charlotte Douglas International Airport, where we know everyone's arriving. It looks a little busier behind you than it did earlier, Ruby.
Yeah, Rachel, I've been here all morning, and I have seen an uptick in traffic. If you just take a look behind me, people are just reeling in minute by minute. But from celebrities, NFL players, NBA players, you're going to see everybody this weekend. You're going to see some big names. But take a look at some of the people we've already spotted this week.
The All-Star Game has officially landed at Charlotte Douglas. Thousands of fans descending from all over the world.
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
We came from Puerto Rico, China.
Celebrities like Shaq, Kenny Smith, Magic Johnson, and Charles Barkley filing into the Queen City. Shaq even cracking a few jokes about where he's staying while in town.
Well, I'm staying at Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s house. He's out of town for the weekend, so I broke into his house. Don't tell him.
Fans spotting D. Wade and wife Gabrielle Union making their QC arrival.
This is how we began our 13th All-Star weekend.
Magic Johnson bringing the magic to the Ritz-Carlton in Uptown.
We're going to have a great time in Charlotte this weekend.
Great time former Carolina Panther Thomas Davis is ready to share with his kids.
You have the slam dunk contest. You have 2 Charlotte natives that are going to be right here in the three-point shootout. So we're excited about that. And, my kids are excited about seeing their first NBA All-Star game.
The NBA All-Star Game is something everyone has been looking forward to for a while.
I think it'd be good for the city, you know what I'm saying? Get people to come in and travel.
But now it's finally game time in the Queen City.
I feel like it's long overdue. Charlotte deserves something to bring the whole people together.
All right, excitement is definitely in the air as the 2019 NBA All-Star kicks off officially this weekend, starting today. But if you're heading to Charlotte Douglas International Airport and you're not staying here this weekend, want to remind you, get here early. Things are definitely packing up here as I speak. But if you're staying here, watch out for those big names. I'm reporting live from Charlotte Douglas, Ruby Durham, NBC Charlotte.